Hi, I'm Marissa with DollarSprout, and today we're talking about how to get out of debt. Being in debt can feel overwhelming. Believe me, I've been there. When my husband and I got married right out of college, we had a combined $80,000 of student loans to pay off. Paying off debt may feel confusing, not knowing where to start or how to get organized. So today I'll be sharing the steps you can take to pay off your debt and be on the path to financial freedom. Step 1. Find out how much debt you owe. You can't develop a payment strategy until you know exactly what you're up against. So the first thing you need to do when you want to pay off your debt is to gather up all of your debts. Everything from a small $40 store credit card up to a $30,000 car loan, and put them all in one place. Write down all the debts you have, how much you owe on each, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. Totaling it all up can feel scary, but now you're ready to cut that number down, so let's get to work. Step 2. Choose your approach, debt snowball or debt avalanche. Once you know how much you owe, it's time to put together a plan of how you're going to pay off debt. By just throwing money at a different debt each month without tracking your progress, you'll probably get burnt out. So by using either the debt snowball or debt avalanche, you'll be motivated to keep going, and it also keeps you organized along the way. So the question is, how do you decide which debt to pay off first? There are two philosophies when it comes to paying off debt, with the debt snowball or debt avalanche. The debt snowball has you list your debts smallest to largest amounts and pay them off in that order, ignoring the interest rates. You start by attacking your debt with the smallest amount while making minimum payments on all other debts. This method is great for psychological wins as you get to celebrate crossing off those few small loans first. It's an encouragement for the rest of your debt-free journey. The debt avalanche method, on the other hand, prioritizes your debts from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate, ignoring the size of the debt. With the debt avalanche, you start by paying off the debt with the highest interest rate, regardless of size. Then move on to the debt with the next highest interest rate. By using the debt avalanche, you're eliminating high interest costs first, which means getting out of debt somewhat faster and cheaper. So how to decide which to use? What's most important to you? Getting quick early wins by paying off small debts, or paying the least amount of interest? Both the snowball and the avalanche methods have their benefits, so pick a method and stick with it. Step 3. Make some big changes. While small day-to-day changes matter, a few big changes can fast-track you to getting out of debt. So here are a few options. Get rid of your credit cards. If credit cards are part of your debt problem, stick to cash and debit cards instead to help you reset your spending mindset. Sell your car. If you have a hefty car payment, you might want to consider selling your car for a cheaper used model to eliminate the debt. Stop investing for now. Saving for your future is important, but when you have an expensive debt that's holding you back, you need to set your priorities. Pulling back on investing in the short term can put you in a better position to invest adequately in the future, but it is still valuable to contribute to your 401k to get the employer match. That is free money, and the instant return is worth more than whatever you're paying in interest. Sell your stuff. If you have some things hanging around that you don't use, look at selling them. Head to Facebook Marketplace, Letgo, or Craigslist. Another benefit of this process is that you realize how many things you've paid for and actually didn't use. It's a tough reality that makes it easier to say no to spending in the future. Step 4. Create a monthly budget. Having a monthly budget will let you know how much you can put to debt each month, and it helps you understand where your money is going. It's essential to paying off debt. A budget is also not set in stone. It can take a few months to get in the habit of budgeting, so don't give up. Here's how to start a budget. First, figure out how much money you make. This is what you have to work with. Second, define your core expenses. Dive into your necessities like housing, utilities, groceries, and insurance. These all need to be covered first. Third, write out your debt payments. For now, assume that you'll only make minimum payments on all of your debts, since that is just the required amount. Fourth, create categories for regular expenses and assign reasonable spending limits to each item. Some categories you may want to include are internet, cell phone, household supplies, medical, pets, car repair, and home repair. Not every item will have an expense every month, but by setting aside money, you'll be ready when they hit. And fifth, allocate remaining money between debt paydown and quality of life expenses. Now that you've assigned some dollars to the necessities, the dollars left over can contribute to goals and fun. While you might want to put everything to debt to become debt-free faster, budgeting a Starbucks coffee here and there is a little treat that will keep you sane. If you don't have any money left over after step 4, you will need to review your regular expenses. Without any sort of lifestyle change, you may be stuck treading water and find it difficult to get out of debt. Step 5, lower your interest rates to save money. The less interest you pay to your creditors, the faster you'll be able to escape your debt. You can do this by refinancing your student loans. You may be able to get a lower rate and a shorter term. You can also negotiate your credit card interest rates. If you're a long-term customer, it doesn't hurt to call and ask for a reduction in your interest rate. Step 6, improve your spending habits. Embracing a frugal mindset will reduce your spending and allow you to pursue your financial goals more effectively. Here are some ways you can cut spending. Save money on food by not going out to eat. It's expensive. Instead of going out to eat for lunches and dinners, look at packing a lunch and cooking at home. Also, avoid impulse buys at the grocery store. Be sure to have a meal plan ready for the week and a shopping list so you know exactly what you need to buy. Another way to save is learning to say no. Drinks with coworkers or shopping trips with friends can sound tempting, but if it doesn't fit in your budget, then you'll have to learn how to say no. Don't be afraid to say no to any event you can't afford. Now, you don't need to isolate yourself during a debt-free journey. Just be willing to offer an alternative like a game night at home with friends. Step 7, increase your income. Frugal living is powerful, but bringing in more income can really move the needle in your debt-free journey, and there are a few options to do so. First, ask for a raise. It never hurts to ask if you've been working hard and proving to be of value to your company. Or you can start a side hustle. If you have extra hours to spare, find something you're good at or a task that you enjoy and can make extra money from. There are a lot of great side hustles out there, even ones that you can do from home. Being on a debt-free journey isn't easy. It takes time, some sacrifice, and a plan, but it's all worth it in the end, and it doesn't need to be as complicated as you might think. When my husband and I got married and we had all of that debt, we decided to start paying it off ASAP. So within 2.5 years, we were debt-free, and it has been one of the biggest accomplishments of our marriage thus far. So stay focused on your goal, stick to your budget, and continue on your journey to financial freedom. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you are encouraged on your debt-free journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the DollarSprout YouTube channel for more money videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.